Okay then, hello there. So, the water ranking event has just ended today. So I decided that I'm gonna be doing a elemental tier list after every ranking event. So yeah, the water ranking event has just ended, so let's start with this one. Alright, so we have gotten two amazing characters, but I'm gonna go over from the left to right, I guess, in this random order. So firstly, I want to talk about the tiers, because as you can see, it's not like 1, 2, 3 how I do it with the character tier list, but this is more like my opinion on which are the best characters to use and which are like the ones that are good or depends on the situation of like the ranking event. Maybe the boss is a single target, maybe it's multiple targets as how we had with this boss. And this is like, if you must use these characters you could, but they're still not as good as these the ones above them. And then this one is like outdated, you know, you just won't use these units. In my opinion, at least. This is, again, my opinion. Not an official tier list by any means. Alright, so let's take the Asuna first. Now, she doesn't do a whole lot, but damage. And if you really set her up, you can check out Nef's damage video where he damage tested all the water units with the same buffs and same equipment. So, you know, the best possible equipments, let's say it like that. And I was there for that video, and I will have the video down in the description if you really want to see how much the damage output is. It's a very well made video, so make sure to check it out. But this Asuna, if you set her up right, she does a whole lot of damage, but would you still consider her as good as how maybe this Alice is, or no, as good as this Eugeo is, let's say? He gives recollection field, he buffs attack, both magic and physical attack at that. Like, no, you just wouldn't. So in my opinion, she's a good character, she was a good character, but I mean, yeah, she's not as good as I mean some other chargers that I'm gonna be talking about here. Now, this Eugeo, he was like one of the first characters in the game. He was like, you know, the first water 4-star in the game, basically. So yeah, he's very old. I don't think you should use him. He didn't get an Imaginarium buff, so that's unfortunate, I guess. Now this Iris, she was like the first ever enhanced mode unit in the game. She's still good, but again, she's not as good as the units that are gonna be over her. Like this Eugeo, he's a must-have unit in your water team pretty much, because he's just so good. Okay, he puts out damage. He puts out pretty nice damage actually. He buffs attack, both magic and physical attack by 15%, which is craziness. And then on top of that, he gives recollection field. Like, he's such a good unit. And you know, they kind of did the same thing with Alice. She also buffs a whole lot. She buffs attack by 10% and crit by 10%, and she does also have she does also give recollection field, and she has AoE charge and assault skills, and a single target assault skill as well. She's very OP. In my opinion, she's the best unit in the game, but she's by far like the best water unit in the game. By the way, after I rank, put all the characters in the tiers, I'm gonna make them like from left to right. Like, the left is the best in its tier, and then of course it gets worse on the right side. So yeah, Alice was a pretty amazing unit. She came out of nowhere. Like, they announced her, and then an hour after that, she was out in the game. Like, it was crazy. We were not ready for her at all. And of course she's the first ever special and limited unit. So of course she was a must summon, and her banner is still up. Make sure to get her because you will need her from now on. I'm sure she's gonna be very good for a long time. Same thing with the Cetus. Now I do think she's very good. Okay, so for this rank event she's easily in the broken tier, okay? Like if they are both are level 120, I think it still puts out more damage than the Alice. But that's only in the case if there are multiple targets. So by the next water ranking, this might fall down a tier. So for now I'm gonna put her here, but Alice is like, I still consider Alice better. Because she buffs. I mean Alice, it is buffs too. But this Alice, she's just an all-around better unit in my opinion. Like, yeah, I mean that's all. Now this Lina, I think like after these 4 stars, like after the very first 4 stars, I think Lina was the first unit to come out, or Aldri, one of the two. I think it was Lina first and then Aldri actually. But she is very old. She didn't get an Imaginarium update, unfortunately. So yeah, she didn't get the treatment that Aldri got. So yeah, then we have the Pajama Silica. Now I do hear a lot that she's a good unit, but I was really thinking about like, I don't know, like, is she still as good as the characters that are here or here? Like, I wouldn't think so. She's a pretty old unit actually. So I would put her, if you must use her, you could. Like, she's still like a unit that is better than these two. But I wouldn't feel like using her. Like, there are many other better choices for you to use, in my opinion. Then, of course, there is Aldri, who got an insanely good treatment, in my opinion. He was a must-have character on this ranking event, and you know, he was like a meme unit before. Like, I had him maximum broken for the longest time, because I was just, you know, actually, like, when I saw Aldri in the anime, I actually, you know, I didn't have any problems with him, and you know, with all those AoE skills, I liked him in the beginning. You know, they were like he wasn't the best in the beginning even. But of course, over time he just got into a meme unit. Like, his damage output was very bad. But if you get his Imaginariums, he's a pretty nasty boy, you know, with all those attack buffs and everything that he gets from those Imaginariums. He's a nasty boy, you know. Like, he was a huge surprise. Like, every people used him on their ranking event teams. So yeah, I mean, he was very good. So then we have this Silica. Now, I like this Silica a whole lot, and she was pretty good for this ranking event because she had an AoE, incarnate skill and everything. So still, I wouldn't give her a very good, but she's a good unit. And of course, in this situation, like, the boss had the AoE incarnate skills, she was a very good choice to run, and I actually ran her before I got Alice, I think. No, wait. How was it? Before I got Edis, I think. I have no idea. But after I got, I do have both of them. But I did switch her out after a while, but she's still a very good unit, and I really like farming with her actually. So yeah, then after that we have this Sinon. Now this Sinon, I feel like she's a very good unit. She just doesn't have time to shine. Like, there are no physical water ranking events yet, and I swear when those physical ranking events are gonna come, she's gonna be a pretty good unit to run, but for now she's gonna be in the good tier. Now this Asuna, she got the Imaginarium treatment as Aldri did. And of course she was a charge alert, so she was a must-have unit to begin with, but she got of course much better with the Imaginariums. Like the Imaginariums, like those supercharged Imaginariums, they are crazy good. And they are crazy useful. Like I'm so excited for future units. Like these are like the EZA of Rising still, pretty much. If you play Dokkan, you know what I'm talking about. Then we do have this Kirito, who actually did get the Imaginarium treatment as well, but I actually didn't see as many people run him. Now, in my opinion, he's not a must-have character, but he's like between these two tiers. So he's either at the very end of this tier in my opinion, or at the very beginning of this one. So, I mean, it's pretty much your choice. I didn't run him, so I can't talk about my own experiences with him, but I feel like from what I've seen people use, he wasn't like a must-have. Like, I actually have seen like one or two people use him on their teams, but I didn't see him as much as, of course, Edis, Roni, and you know others. So yeah, I mean Roni, of course, she's gonna be around here. Maybe I like the Eugeo better even. I mean, it's such a hard choice because this Eugeo, he's just an all-around very good unit, but at the same time, without the mermaid units, their healing and everything, you know, we couldn't have gotten that far. Like, we didn't have to heal during this ranking event, basically, because we had these two, like Roni and Tisei. Of course, they're crit buffs and everyone, and then overall very good damage output. I think they are both very good units. I've actually seen more people use Aldri over the Tisei, so for this ranking event, Aldri is gonna be over Tisei, but I mean, yeah, I mean, Tisei is still very good, even though she's not as good as Roni in my opinion, but she's still very good. And then we do have Alice, who is somewhere in the ranks of this Edis. Maybe I would like her, I like her even better than the Edis. And then maybe the Silica was better than the Edis even, because of her, because she dealt AoE damage. But yeah, I mean, I think this is it. I'm pretty sure this is it. No, wait, right, like this, I feel like, and their own, I mean, yeah, I mean, Alice is better than Edis in my opinion. I mean, they are pretty, like, for this rank event, they are, like, pretty much on the same level. Depends on who you have on a higher level, of course. Like, many people, got Alice up to 120 over Edis, but, of course, both were a very good choice. Now, Eugeo, Roni, Asuna, like, all these characters are so close. It's so hard, it's such a hard choice, but I think this is it. Oh wait, so Lina is of course better than Eugeo. But yeah, I mean, this should be it. I'm pretty sure, you know? I hope I didn't make a huge mistake, but I think this is it. So I really hope you liked this video, and I'm gonna try to do more of these. Of course, I'm gonna do it after or maybe before each ranking event. I'm gonna see, or maybe during, when we get the second unit or something. Like, we will see. Of course, I will get used to this new tier list as well, but I'm gonna like making these ones much better than the character only tier list. So I think these kind of tier lists are gonna be much better in the long run. And of course, these are gonna expand with each ranking event incoming. So yeah, I don't want to talk too much because this video is already almost 17 minutes long, so it's gonna be a long night for me to edit. So yeah, I mean, that is all for this video. I really do hope you enjoyed it, and of course share your thoughts down below. Of course I'm gonna change these tier list according to like every new ranking event and how I think these units are doing in the future ones, but you know, for now I'm content with this one, and of course we're gonna see what the future brings. So I'll see you in the Dark Element tier list, of course, in 1 or 2 weeks, I guess. And by the way, let me know if you still want me to make character only tier lists. I'm gonna making them maybe, but maybe a lot less. And of course, don't forget to check out Nef's video again. And with that said, thank you for watching, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye bye.